Hey guys, wanted to do a quick video and talk for a minute about why I think uh, I've allowed drugs to be my crutch for so long. Um, the trauma of my youth that led to a later diagnosis of complex post-traumatic stress disorder um, was something that I let go untreated for a long time. That led to uh, just heightened social phobias, loss of the ability to really socialize with people. I became extremely reclusive because I had all of these emotions that I didn't know what to do with inside. Just wasn't taking care of my mental health. And all of that led to me isolating myself in my house, at all cost, wasn't going to leave the house. Which, as I've talked about in my other videos, is called agoraphobia. When you're afraid of outside situations. But the anxiety and the constant panic, the existing in that hypervigilant state where your fight or flight reflexes are constantly going haywire, it becomes really, really tiring, and it's very easy to start self-medicating. It's very easy to start numbing some of that constant panic and anxiety and dread and all the other emotions that I had going on then and still do. So I think that's why I began, turning to drugs, because it was a way for me to control certain symptoms, while choosing to ignore that it was exacerbating other symptoms. The drugs were making a lot of the symptoms of my mental diagnoses a lot worse. And also just, the drugs make it pretty hard to stay on top of your mental health. Always showing up for therapy, always showing up for yourself, isn't something that we do when we're in active addiction. But in preparation for, just every night, that mental battle, in the day too, but it's worse at night. I have a subscriber, Shane, on my channel, down in the comment section, talk to me about mental strength, and how it's really not about physical strength. It's not about, how small you are physically. It's up here. And he's absolutely right. I've had to approach everything being hyper aware of that most of this is mental. It's very hard to feel happy about things right now. It's very hard to feel hope. It's very hard to feel passion or even kindness. It's hard to muster up much emotion right now for me. But what I did think about earlier today was that one excellent reason why I'm getting clean is so that people don't have any control over my life anymore. I think sometimes we tend to give people control when we're addicts, whether that control comes from, allowing them to dictate outrageous prices for medication that they know you're kind of fiending for. Just being used by people. This getting clean feels good because I'm remembering exactly why I'm getting clean. I'm remembering all the reasons why I'm getting clean. And as I'm going through this physical and emotional pain, you know, this whole process is just a big fuck you to all of those people that manipulated me in any way, shape, or form with drugs. Manipulated me based on my addiction. All the drug dealers of mine. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say today. Don't even really know what I said. You know, my brain is very all over the place. Not that it's like going to everything negative or that I'm feeling really bad today. It's just that my brain is going kind of all over the place into nothing at all. And one minute I'm feeling extremely overwhelmed with everything. And then the next I'm just not feeling anything. So I think I'm going to start practicing a bit more meditation, working meditation into my mornings and evenings, because I used to meditate all the time when I was young, like 12 and 13. I was buying books on meditation because I was being molested and hiding the fact from everybody. But I was constantly anxious and needing a way to calm myself down. So I learned to meditate at a pretty young age and practiced it for years and years and years. And then stopped practicing and then went back to it. But I'm pretty good at meditating. But it's something that I have to practice, kind of integrating it back into some routine. I think it'd be good for me to start kind of coming up with some routines to keep my day a bit more structured so that I'm not kind of jumping from one minute to the next. But right now it is a minute by minute thing, you know? You're kind of feeling every minute, you're thinking every minute. But that's because we've been numb for so long. Alright, I'm gonna hop off here. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for continuing to support me. It means a lot.